Hello, I'm Dr. Brant Gibson. I'm a podiatrist and I'm here at Fleet Feet Sports and American Fork with one of my friends, a runner and a specialist in shoes, Don Bentley. Now Don is going to tell us some of his insights and some of his secrets on how to take care of your feet through getting the right shoes and knowing how to fit the shoes for the activities that you're participating in.
So when you finally have determined what shoe that you really need, how do you know if it's the right fit for you or not? Well, there's 4 basic guidelines that we like to go by. The first one is what we call the rule of the thumb. Typically, running shoes should size a little bit longer than a typical normal shoe. And one way that you can tell if the running shoe is long enough is by simply standing up and bending over and seeing where the end of your toe meets to the end of the shoe, and it should be about a thumb's width. We call that the rule of the thumb. This prevents the potential of having your toes hit up against the end of your shoes every time you strike on the ground and your foot elongates. The second aspect that you want to look at in a shoe is to make sure you have the proper width. Width is important because if you have a shoe that's too tight, it can cause numbing in the toes, which could cause neuromas and other problems with the feet. So one way to look is when you're stepping down on your shoe, if the sides of the shoe are exceeding over the cushion pads, that's a sign that the shoe's probably not too wide enough for your foot. It's important that you make sure that your foot does not bulge out off to the side and cause any discomfort that may occur because the shoe is too tight. Another important aspect of a properly fitting shoe is to make sure that the heel fits solid and secure in the heel cup of the shoe. This is defined as the heel cup. If you feel when you put your shoe on that it's slipping up and down, that means this shoe is probably a little too wide for you. There's 2 ways you can correct this issue. One is try to find another brand within the same category of shoe that you need that fits a little more snug in the heel, or you can use a method which we call backlacing. Okay, backlacing is a unique lacing technique we can teach you here at Fleet Feet Sports that will help ensure that your foot is properly secure in the heel cup and not have a problem with heel slippage. Now again, as I mentioned earlier, different brands feel and fit differently upon a different individual's feet. One final aspect that we want to look at with a properly fitting shoe is how well does it fit the arch of your foot. As you know, different people have different arches. Some are high arches, some are low arches. Well, it's the same thing with the good running shoe. Some brands will have a higher arch than others. So you want to try on different shoes from different brands within the design category for your foot to make sure that the arch feels comfortable with your corresponding arch. If you have a high arch and get a shoe that does not provide proper support, it'll put a strain on the arch. If you have a low arch or flat feet and you have a shoe with high arches, it's going to be uncomfortable and hurt.